So, hi YouTube. This is just a quick video today to respond to the segment on Fox and Friends about Wiccans and Pagans. So, I'm sure that many of you have seen the segment. They have taken it down. However, charliesaysgo has posted it on her page as well as various other places. You can also go to causes.com to sign the petition. To have a public apology done by Fox and the Fox and Friends staff about the segment. So those are places where you can see it. And come on up. You can do it. Beba is trying to jump up. Good girl. Come on over. She was not very happy about the situation either. She got her ducky in her mouth. So something that I just wanted to point out about this whole situation. While I'm enraged, I think what's more important is that we talk about the facts and that we make sure that they understand why we're so enraged. It's one thing to not appreciate or to not take seriously someone else's religion because it directly interferes with your own. If they want to believe that witches, Wiccans, pagans are devil worshippers, even if we don't think we are, if they want to believe that as far as their religion, that's their religion. They're allowed to do what they want to do with that. However, when they are talking about fact reporting, now Fox and Friends is an opinion network, so or an opinion show. So that means it's not the regular news broadcast, and they can give their own editorial comment about things. However, they're expressing things as fact. For an example, when they talk about the population of Wiccans and pagans, then they say that it isn't very high. Well, they didn't give an actual fact on that. They don't know for a fact, and they didn't quote us any statistics or any numbers about it. So that's a big problem, and I think that's where a lot of people are having the biggest issue, is that they really made some major errors, and it's kind of frustrating for us. So the first error that I need to point out, because I've seen a lot of other YouTubers talking about this as well, and I really want to make sure that this point is clear. They said that they couldn't take witches, Wiccans, pagans seriously because their most important holiday is Halloween. That's not true. Halloween isn't a pagan holiday. It's a secular holiday, like Thanksgiving. It does happen to fall on Samhain. Pronounced Samhain, guys. For those of you who don't know, it's pronounced Samhain, even though it is spelled Samhain. That's pronounced Samhain. Sorry, just the way it is. I know it's spelled wonky. So that's the first thing. I would like to see them try, if we're all writing them saying, it's Samhain, it's Samhain. You need to say that's what our holiday is. And then they go and pronounce it like Samhain or something. That would be really funny. So hopefully if they do an apology, they'll get some, sort of expert in there to teach them how to say it. But Halloween is just like Thanksgiving. It's a secular holiday. It was built around All Souls Day, All Saints Day. It was built on the old Festival of Light. It was built on Samhain. However, now, Halloween, as it stands now, is a secular holiday. We can celebrate Halloween just like we can celebrate Thanksgiving. It is not a religious holiday. We can treat it as such. We can make it be something that's important to us. But by definition, Halloween, as it stands today in the United States, is a secular holiday. It is not a Wiccan, witchcraft, pagan holiday, and it certainly isn't our most important holiday. Now, we don't have a most important holiday. I think that's something that most pagans choose for themselves, what is most important. Now, for me, Samhain is the most important holiday. I believe that honoring one's ancestors is the beginning for everything. It is our new year. So that is important. So they got it right as far as the time of year that's most important for a lot of pagans. However, they got the wrong holiday. And they also are missing the point of it. And I think if they did understand the point of it and it was explained to them when they were in the mindset to be able to actually receive this information, they might get it. Because, for example, I celebrate my loved ones that have passed on, my beloved dead, one of which is my grandfather, who served, in World War II, and he helped liberate the death camp Dachau. You know, those are the moments. Those are the fallen soldiers. Those are the fallen grandmothers and grandfathers and brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers. Those are the people that we celebrate on Samhain. So that's something to be taken very seriously. The next point that I think was interesting is when he says that the bad side to Wicca, other than it being witchcraft, is that they get, you know, that they have to do all these holidays or whatever. Basically, the point is that he says witchcraft is bad, that it's a bad side of Wicca. And first off, let's be frank here, not all Wiccans are witches, and not all witches are Wiccans. So let's be clear here. You can be a Wiccan and a witch, or you could be a Wiccan and not a witch. So witchcraft doesn't necessarily go along with it, but witchcraft isn't bad. As much as they want to say that we worship the devil or that, you know, we are some sort of evil incarnate, you know, witchcraft is not bad by essence. They might believe it to be, and that's fine if they want to say that. However, they can't report it as being actual news, and that's the difference. They can't report it as fact. So the next point that I really want to make is this idea, this stereotypical idea they had that all Wiccans and pagans are either Dungeons and Dragons players, avid Dungeons and Dragons players, or middle-aged, twice-divorcees who live in a rural area, midwives, and like a lot of incense. So I'm not those things. I did play Dungeons and Dragons like once, I think, a long time ago. Haven't played it in years. And I'm not middle-aged yet. I'm certainly not a midwife. No. And I've never been married. So I'm certainly not divorced. I do like incense. I don't know about lots and lots of it, but I do like incense. I think that the point being is that they're trying to make a stereotype, and they're trying to downplay witches, Wiccans, and pagans. And the reason why they're trying to downplay it is because they're nervous about any religion, not their own, not of the majority, rising up and becoming a majority or becoming a more influential member of the religious societies in this country. And that's what they're scared about. The sad part is, if they reached out, you know, witches, Wiccans, pagans, we are a very diverse group of people. There are a lot of people who might have ideas about fiscal conservatism. You know, I mean, monetarily speaking, this country isn't doing so well in a lot of aspects. And there might be a lot of pagans out there who would agree with a lot of what the capitalists have to say. They might want to consider taking their stance, you know, a little bit away from the derogatory marks, because they might be losing out on people for their party. I'm just saying, it just doesn't make sense. You never want to isolate a certain group of people, particularly when you're looking for votes for an election, in a country where freedom of religion is a guaranteed right. So that's what I really wanted to say about this, and I really felt like we were being put down in a way that just completely undermined who we were without any responsibility in the fact-checking and the news reporting. And that's really where it comes down to, and what's really, you know, at the essence of this is that I think that witchcraft, Wiccans, pagans have been so marginalized when it comes to TV shows and movies and just daily talk that it becomes okay to stereotype us, and it becomes okay to not do your fact checking because they're a minority. Who cares about them? You know? So I really think that it's important that we all take a look at this, write your letters from whatever perspective that you feel is important, but let them know that, you know, we do not appreciate being spoken of in a marginalizing way. I think it's wonderful that the University of Missouri is adding the pagan holidays. I think that, you know, adding 8 holidays to a calendar where the, you know, Judaism has 11 holidays in that same calendar, and Christianity has 11 holidays in that calendar as well. 8 isn't too bad. Now, I know they're probably including the Esbats and the Sabbats, but really what it sounded like in the video, to be honest with you, is that they just mistook 20% for being 20 holidays. I think that's the problem. So, you know, whatever happens with this, whatever happens with the petition, whatever happens with Fox, in the end, what it does show us is what an amazing community we have as pagans as a whole. It's really wonderful. We've all banded together. We're getting the message out there. We're signing petitions. We're becoming more active. This didn't happen, 20 or so years ago. It was much more isolated groups. And now we're saying, no, we are going to stand up. We are a religion. Many different facets, but we are a religion. And we are going to be treated as such, with respect, with dignity, and with honor. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful week, and blessed be.